So working a scene. I'm here in a market in Mexico City called La Ciudadela, and the reason I'm here is because first time I as a photographer had success in working a scene was right here, and I want to talk about that. So working a scene, it's basically you finding a great scene that you care about, and it's not something you can just do, it's something that happens. But once it happens, you know it's there and you know this is going to be a great scene and we're going to have great photos. At that time you should milk it as much as you can because it's going to take a while for you to find. Working a scene is how this photo, for example, became this one, how this one became this one, and how this one became that one. In this example, I saw these kids playing around in the market that we just went to, and before I took the pictures I was unsure whether the mom was cool with it. So I asked the mom, can I photograph your kids, and they said okay, and she was fine with it. The first photo I took was this one, where the kid is hiding in this box. After I took the first photo I was pretty happy and I was like, I have one good photo that makes sense right now. After that I found out they were like hiding 5-6 kids in this box playing hide and seek or something. I kept taking photos and they at some point just rushed me. It was pretty chaotic, and as a thank you I had some coins on me that I gave one of the kids that you see here. The problem though is that the mom saw it, so when she saw it she came over to the smallest kid and like opened his arm open and took the coins, and that's what you see here. So it made for like a nice story, like a nice start, some tension, and a really sad ending. And I was incredibly lucky finding a scene and like making it work as well as it did. What you need to do is to make sure that you're ready for whenever that's gonna happen again. And this is the camera I used for photographing the kids. It's a Fuji X100F, and back then I didn't have a GoPro mounted to the camera, which is a shame because it would have been a cool video to have. In order for you to work a scene, especially in street photography, you should know your camera really well, because you don't want to fiddle around with the settings once it's happening. So what I would recommend you to do is to put your shutter speed to like 125th of a second or 250, so you're like snappy photos and you freeze the moment, and then your ISO and your aperture can just be on auto. It's fine. What you just need to do is to make sure that you have photos that you can take fast without thinking too much about your camera. The next big thing is how you select your focus mode, because you can either have zone focusing, you can have phase tracking, or you can have single point focusing, where you just have this little pixel that will determine where the focus will be. I would recommend going with the single focus point because that's the most reliable for me, but it's also a personal preference. Some people might like zone focusing, or if you have really insanely great face detection, maybe that. I wouldn't rely on it though. And if you want to know a lot more about how you work a scene, there's one book you need to buy, and it's this one. It's a huge book, I think it's around 500 pages. I put a link to it below. It's called Magnum Contact Sheets. The cool thing about this book is that you see the behind the scenes of the making of one of these iconic photographs. You follow around, I think, 70 photographers. You see how they work a scene, how they choose their angles, and how they pick their favorite photograph. So next time you're out shooting and you take a good photo, don't just walk away from it. Try experiment with new angles, try get close, get further away, or frame it differently. That's what's gonna make a good photo become a great photo. And keep doing that until it gets weird. That's usually a good cue on when to wrap it up. And working a scene doesn't just translate to how you take the picture, it's also how you edit it. So when you have that great picture, try edit it in different variations. Try black and white or color or different kinds of crops. Comment below with your best tip on how to work a scene, and you might win a year's subscription to Format, which is a website portfolio builder. I won this subscription in a photo contest on Reddit, and the guys over at Format were fine with me giving it away. So comment below with your best tip on how to work a scene and you might win. Oh, and by the way, my mom will be visiting me here in Mexico City next week, and she does food photography and she paints her own photo styling backgrounds. So I'm thinking we can make a cool like half street photography, half photo styling video together. Until next week. And thank you so much for all of you who have subscribed. This channel is getting some momentum now and it's really exciting, so thank you. And if you haven't already subscribed, what are you doing?